Trina, we can go ahead and initiate the recording and live streaming.
The Supreme Court is now in session. The Honorable F. Philip Carbolito, Chief Justice presiding.
Good morning, councils. And at this time, I will ask the clerk to please call the first case.
Appearing CRA 21-005, People of Guam, Plaintiff Appellee versus Jefta Moses, Defendant Appellant. Appearing for the Defendant Appellant is Attorney Terry E. Timblin. Appearing for the Plaintiff Appellee is Attorney Jeremiah B. Luther. The panel consists of Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito, Associate Justice Robert J. Torres, and Associate Justice Catherine A. Merriman.
Good morning, Mr. Timblin and Assistant Attorney General Luther.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. The briefing in this matter is complete. There are no pending motions. You have heard the clerk name the members of the panel. Is there any objection to the panel as constituted?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
And this case is scheduled to be heard for oral arguments on Monday, March 21st, 2022 at 10 a.m. via our virtual courtroom. Any objection to the date and time? Are we ready to argue the case as indicated?
The people are ready, Your Honor.
Ready, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you, counsels, for your presence. And as just as far as is indicated, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I'll leave that up
Your
to you. Will the clerk please call the next case?
CVA 21-007, Mark C. Charfris, Petitioner Appellant versus the Civil Service Commission Respondent Appellee and Guam Police Department Real Party in Interest Appellee. Appearing for the Petitioner Appellant is Attorney F. Randall Cunliffe. Appearing for the Respondent Appellee is Attorney Mary Ann Wallachuk. The panel consists of Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito, Associate Justice Robert J. Torres, and Associate Justice Catherine A. Merriman.
Councils, likewise, in this case, the briefing is complete. There are no pending motions. Any objection to the panel as constituted?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And the case is scheduled to be argued on Tuesday, March 22nd at 10 a.m. Via our virtual courtroom. Mr. Cunliffe and Assistant Attorney General Wallachuk, any objection to the date and time for oral arguments?
No, Your Honor.
None, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, counsels. So will the clerk please call the next case?
CRA 21-007, People of Guam, Plaintiff Appellee versus Jeffrey Guerrero Cruz, Defendant Appellant. Appearing for the Defendant Appellant is Attorney F. Randall Cunliffe. Appearing for the Plaintiff Appellee is Attorney Stephanie E. Mendiola. The panel consists of Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito, Associate Justice Robert J. Torres, and Associate Justice Catherine A. Merriman.
The briefing in this case is complete. There are no pending motions. Any objection, Mr. Cunliffe and Ms. Mendiola, to the panel as constituted? Assistant Attorney General Stephanie Mendiola. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
And Attorney Cunliffe, any objection to the panel?
No, Your Honor.
So Stephanie, are you going to be arguing this case just for the information of the panel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, okay. So we'll make sure that the case is the listing so indicates that.
Thank you.
All right, will the clerk please call the next case?
Your Honor, we need the date.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right, Mr. Cunliffe. This is scheduled for the following day. You will be arguing two cases consecutively days. This is scheduled for Wednesday, March 23rd at 10 a.m. And any objection to the date and time as indicated?
No, Your Honor.
No objections here.
All right. Okay. Thank you, counsel. Please call the next case.
CVA 21-006, Eugene T. Egros and Amy N. Egros, on behalf of themselves and their minor children, ENI and ETI, petitioners, appellees, versus the Department of Public Health and Social Services, Government of Guam, respondents, appellants, and related cases concerning government quarantine. Appearing for the petitioners, appellee, is attorney Rachel Taimanyao Ajuju. Appearing for the respondents, appellants, is attorney James Canto. The panel consists of Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito, Associate Justice Robert J. Torres, and Associate Justice Catherine A. Merriman.
So the briefing in this case has also been completed and there are no pending motions. Any objection to the panel as constituted, Attorney Ajuju? Any objection to the panel?
No objections, Your Honor.
And Mr. Canto?
Your Honor, respondents appellants accept the panel as constituted. Thank you.
All right. And the date and time when this case is scheduled to be argued is Thursday, March 24th at 10 a.m. in our virtual courtroom. Is there any objection to the date and time set for oral arguments?
No objections to that date and time, Your Honor.
No
Deputy
objection,
Attorney
Your Honor.
General. And Mr. Canto, will you be arguing this case?
No, thank you, Your Honor. Just to inform the court, I'm filling in for Mr. Jordan Paloon today, who will be arguing before the court.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Canto. All right. Will the clerk please call the next case?
CRA 21-009, the People of Guam, Plaintiff Appellant, versus Philip James Sablon, Defendant Appellee. Appearing for the Plaintiff Appellant is Attorney Sean E. Brown. Appearing for the Defendant Appellee is Attorney David J. Highsmith. The panel consists of Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito, Associate Justice Robert J. Torres, and Associate Justice Catherine A. Merriman.
So according to our records, the reply brief in this case is due on March 9th, and there are no pending motions. Mr. Highsmith, do you intend to file? Sorry, no, it's the government. Mr. Brown, do you intend to file a reply brief by the due date?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is any objection to the panel as constituted?
The plaintiff accepts the panel as constituted, Your Honor.
Mr. Highsmith?
The defense has no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. And this case is scheduled to be argued on Friday, March 25th at 10 a.m. Any objection to the date and time for oral arguments?
Not from the plaintiff, no, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, counsels. And this concludes our status and DQ hearing for this morning. And we thank you for being present in our virtual courtroom. Thank you, counsels. We do have a matter scheduled after this. And this concludes the hearing for today.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And I would like to ask Trina to, first of all, are we going to then come back at 9:30? I see that the notice is scheduled, so I guess we should do that, right?
Yeah, I think we will come back at 9:30 at the time that it was scheduled.
All right.
And
So, all right.
ready to. We'll stop the live stream now, and then we'll restart it again when we go on rather
Okay.
than.
We'll